Hello everyone and welcome back to Kralizec Gaming. Today we are going to take a look at Kings League 2. This colorful strategy RPG is a sequel to the award-winning Kings League, and it promises tactical battles that can be won with your wit. Whether it can deliver on these promises is the question we will try to answer today. Kings League 2 is available on Steam for €13.29 and through the Apple Arcade subscription service that costs $4.99 USD or your regional equivalent. Kings League 2 was a game that got me initially interested just because of its look. Seriously, the game looks just marvelous. But sadly, the graphics are its best part. Nonetheless, let's move on to the review itself. How should I put this? Kings League 2 is insanely easy. Well, easy may not even be the correct way of putting it. Simplistic. Yeah, that's the best word that describes Kings League 2. Just plain simplistic. This is a game that a 3-year-old could play and would very likely still succeed. The gameplay is divided into 3 basic categories. The first one is managing your team. And this is repetitive to an incredible degree. You get your team and train them while on the map. But you do not put any effort into training the units. You just find which training suits the unit the best and you just have them doing that training forever. The training process requires a single resource that you get a bunch of once per in-game month. And even without maximizing your income of this resource, you are more than likely just not to even spend it all, because you just have 5 units you're going to use in battle. There's no strategy involved, no planning, no nothing. Just push the button and wait. And wait you will. Waiting is the main part of being in camp. You push the train button and you wait for the training to complete just to push the button again. How is this considered engaging gameplay? Yeah, the wait times are fairly low, it's not hours or even minutes, more like 10 to 15 seconds, but still, when has waiting become the go-to mechanic in a game? And it's not even like you can do anything while you're waiting, because whenever you enter any window, for example to shop around in a shop, in the one shop that has boring linear upgrades, the training is paused. Why? Just why? On the RPG side of things, there are character level ups and upgrades. Leveling gives you a stat boost. That's all. No special abilities. Oh, wait, I nearly forgot. Every 5 levels the character gets a new title and a slightly cooler skin. But nothing in terms of actual progress in the character's power outside of that slight stat upgrade. But I did mention upgrades. These can be acquired with crystals, which are also the resources you use to level up the characters. These upgrades do give you a teeny little bit of choice on how you build your team, more precisely 2 per tier, and are divided into 4 categories that correspond to the very basic classes: melee, ranged, magic, and stealth. But even here, the differences are so minimal that they border on non-existent. In terms of team management and character development, Kings League doesn't have anything interesting to offer. The second part is the so-called strategy part of the game. And again, it is so incredibly simplistic. There are a few villages around the map to which you can become the warden, and they will send you some resources per month. To become the warden, you have to be the current one. That's all. I'd expect that since you are the warden, that occasionally there would be some kind of event that would require your action in some way to protect the villages. Or maybe someone else comes and challenges you so he can become the warden and you have to beat him to keep the village's resources. But no, that's not the case. Win one battle and the village is yours forever and completely forgotten. Just like the strategic side of the game was by the developers. Shame on them for even putting the strategy tag on this game. It just isn't deserved. And lastly, there are the battles themselves. And holy hell did someone become lazy here. We were promised tactic battles where your wit would be used to win the battle. No. You just select your best characters, push the engage button, and that's it. Seriously, Well, no, okay, you do have the option to use abilities while in battle that once used take a bit of time to recharge. But that's not precise. You get the option to use one single ability for recharge cycle of all of the abilities. Why? Why can I only use one ability per recharge? This takes anything that would resemble tactics out of the window. You just use the most powerful damage ability or the healing ability depending whether you need to do damage or heal. And 99% of the time this means using the damage ability on the first recharge, and for the rest of the battle, if it even lasts that long, just using the healing ability to make sure you do not have to spend time healing outside of battle. Again, I have to ask, how is this considered engaging gameplay? Watching 5 animated characters just doing their thing with close to none input from my side of things is just plain boring. Okay. Let's stop for a while. I think I've complained about the gameplay enough for you guys to understand that I did not enjoy it. So let's move on to the parts of the game I actually liked, starting with the story. The story of King's League 2 is decent. It's nothing exceptional, just a typical story that requires the main protagonist to understand that he cannot do everything on his own and needs partners to truly become the best. And I gotta say, I think that the point is a bit too hammered into the players here, but it wasn't bad in any capacity. I actually like the character as they can be quite funny at times, and that helps a lot to emphasize with them. The by far best part of King's League 2 is its graphics. They are just gorgeous. Seriously, if the amount of work that went into the gameplay was equal to the amount of work that went into making the graphics of King's League 2, it would be an instant classic. But sadly, I think the developers realize that graphics are what sells games. As with the number of games available on the market nowadays, you need to catch someone's attention straight away. And graphics is the easiest way to do that. Next, there is the music, which is nice, but nothing special. You are likely to watch YouTube videos on the side where you're playing King's League, so I can't complain, but I cannot praise it either. But what is probably most surprising to me is that I did have some performance problems while playing the game. While they were minor, just very occasional and short freezes, but it's a super simple game and they just should not be there. I'm disappointed here. So, in conclusion, King's League 2 is a gorgeous looking, but in the end, way too simplistic and sadly boring game. There are close to no actual gameplay mechanics, and the name of the one used most often is waiting. I just cannot recommend it. If it was like $1 or $2, then I could consider recommending it, but for the asking price of €13, there's just nothing there. If you already have the Apple Arcade subscription, I could suggest you give it a try, but certainly do not sign up just to play King's League 2. It's not worth it. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the review, and if you did, please consider giving the video a like and subscribe to the channel. And comment if you have anything you would like to add. See you guys later with more gaming content.